If the collectors are successful by collecting enough humans from Alliance Council space without being detected or destroyed by them, if they can build a ship for their new human Reaper, if they can also build an armada to take on the Alliance Council Citadel that was at least comparable, if not larger, than Sovereign's armada, if during after all these years the Alliance Council fleet aren't larger or have better technology or more ships to take them on considering they were previously attacked, then the Collectors and their new Reaper might be able to take the Citadel successfully. I mean, is that the plan? Because that's a really bad plan. Sure, a few dozen years is nothing to the awesome life of a Reaper, but come on. Even they gotta see this isn't going to work. 5. What was wrong with the 37 million-year-old derelict Reaper? It's just sitting there. Now that we know that a Reaper is a giant cyborg that needs to fly around in a dreadnought ship, why wouldn't they have taken the old ship back? Did they even know about it? If they wanted to make a second assault on the Citadel, they'd need to build a ship as strong or stronger than Sovereign's. 6. Armor covered tube weak points? I know we're playing a game here, but come on, what is up with that? Why are they even exposing themselves? What possible use are a bunch of metal shields over a glass tube that is constantly retracting? So the pipes that are feeding it are also keeping it suspended? That's insane. And it's made of some kind of glass? And again, how the hell does this melted human goo thing work? Does it stick to the robot? Does he eat it? What the fuck? So the thing falls down, and then we get yet another really mind-numbingly painful experience in breathing. Tim tells us he's found a way to preserve the base and keep all the technology intact, but kill off all the collectors. Now, here we get a choice. 1. Save the base for Cerberus to study, or 2. Destroy it. Now, why wouldn't you want to save this thing? It just makes sense. The only reason I can think of not saving the base is Tim's a dick. And that's fine, but come on. That's petty considering the fate of the galaxy is at stake here. Here are my reasons for keeping it. 1. Information. So we found no technology save the MacGuffin from a dead 37 million-year-old Reaper that lets us travel through red relays. Here we have a brand new Reaper baby maker. This is bound to have some kind of science and technology we can study to learn about our enemy. Anyone who thinks this is a bad idea because it uses people to make a Reaper is being silly. Even if there's no technology, we can at least study the place for information and hopefully try to figure out what the Reaper's retarded Plan B was all about. I really want to know. There's probably 50,000 years worth of data on just about everything Reaper and Collector related. This is stuff you want to hold on to. Maybe you'll get one of those cool MP3 file plot devices that makes the galaxy believe you. And if anything goes wrong, you could always just blow it up later. 2. Evidence. Here we finally have the choice of not blowing up physical evidence. The 2 other enemy ships are gone, and this is all we have left. We need to show the galaxy that the Reaper threat is real, and having a base in the middle of the galactic core is a pretty convincing way to do it. To the families and friends who are wondering what happened to their loved ones, well, here's the answer. They have a right to know. And 3, we're in the galactic core. How? Are those exploding stars and black holes around us? What's causing it to be safe in here? Because if it's the base, we really don't want to be blowing it up right now. Wouldn't blowing something up of this size be a really dangerous thing? Wait, did we just jump to FTL? In the galactic core? What? Then we get a visual showing a squid-like creature, which I guess means Harbinger is a Reaper, and he was controlling the Collector General guy who was controlling troops or something. I guess it's like a piggyback control, I don't know. Reapers are salvation through destruction or something like that, and we also have no problem running all the way back to our ship. Number 6. 5 simple changes. Aside from the horrible plot, the majority of these plot holes and illogical scenes could have been solved with 5 simple changes. 1. Have Shepard do something. Don't resurrect a character if he's completely useless to the plot. The Prothean visions and Cypher make him special in the first game. If this is Shepard's story, you have to prove that in the plot. Some characterization would have been a really damn good idea too. Because Shepard's got the development of a drying bath towel. And yeah, he's supposed to deliver flat lines so we can all relate to him. But he's still just the same blockhead as he was before. Just because we're told he cares doesn't mean he does care. Give the guy some humanity. I mean, if you want him to be like this, then go ahead. but I'm quite sure BioWare wasn't intending to steal everything from that game. 2. Make the journey mean something. We literally know nothing of our goal. We're supposed to stop the collectors, but we don't even know what that involves for the entire game. Tie in a plan of attack or a plan of gathering intel based on why you're struggling to get 12 soldiers on your spaceship to fight a galactic spaceship battle in space. Additionally, the more random stuff you've got in your story, no matter how awesome, the less the story makes sense. At least a quarter to half of the characters you collected could have been cut while retaining some dramatic scenes and character arcs, and then having more time to add to them. It's good that some characters got arcs, but that had nothing to do with the main plot. Well, except for Miranda's. I don't see how anything in Mass Effect 2 is going to matter in Mass Effect 3. The only two main plot choices you have to make are turn on or sell Legion, or keep or destroy the Collector base. You may be thinking Legion's loyalty quest or rewriting Heretic Geth turned into normal Geth did a whole lot, but we learned that these Geth, which happen to be the same Geth you fought in the first game, only take up around 5% of all Geth. And that's if you rewrite them. If not, you could blow them up. So what? 3. Make loyalty real. If the theme is loyalty, then actually make it about loyalty, not some static collection of missions that aren't related, that somehow equates to a gameplay flag for a certain ending. There could have been little conflicts along the recruitment and loyalty missions for the rest of the team that Shepard needs to resolve. Everything from people getting revived with Metagel to being able to solve problems along those missions with whomever's in the squad. Like, wouldn't the Master Assassin have anything to say during Garrus's loyalty mission, either philosophically or in technique? Or how would the Deadly Protector of Innocence react if you chose the Renegade path in Zaid's loyalty mission? See, it's these little personal things that matter to people. Some might help, some might not care, some might even make a situation worse. That's what trust is all about when people put their money where their mouth is. If they can't deal with the little issues of getting along, how are they going to go along on a suicide mission together? Others have suggested having more group conversations, more dialogue trees, or even a Dragon Age influence system, but that's just more of the same. If trust is the theme, you need these people to be conflicted in a group event. Several, maybe. Struggle through that conflict, and then come to some resolutions. In doing so, they prove their loyalty, disloyalty, or aloofness to others, and thus the mission. 4. For the love of James Cameron, no baby Arnold. Just no. The only way BioWare can possibly repair the Mass Effect trilogy is if there is some serious explanation or some huge reveal about a dubious plot as to why that happened in Mass Effect 2, or show us that Harbinger is flippin' insane and was just messing with us. I mean, it sounds pretty bad if it was all just a dream, but you know what? I'd go for that.
I'm pregnant.
5. Cerberus railroading. If you're going to force the protagonist on a certain path, like working for the enemy, just explain it. Eventually, Shepard would have to join Cerberus anyway because they're the only ones doing anything. This would have worked fine with the Elusive Man's attitude. At first, Shepard's extremely defiant for obvious reasons, goes back to the Council, they won't help him, and then he's forced to go back to Tim. Problem solved. Instead, it's at expense of retconning, making people completely dumb, uncaring, and just totally out of character. When the hero of the galaxy comes back from the dead, that should mean something to everyone who knew them and what they did for several reasons, not just get discounts at stores. Ditto for Mr. Cyber Jesus and the people who made that possible. There seems to be a whole bunch of information networks like Cerberus, Miranda, Liara, the Alliance, the Council, the Solarians, the Shadow Broker, the Turians, the Asari, Trinity, and this guy. If the theme is trust and loyalty, wouldn't it make sense if you got to choose who you trust and who you wanted to join up with, and who should come on the suicide mission? Not everyone likes super secret organizations who put their logo on everything, that have a high turnover rate due to death, and whose experiments end up in people dying like crazy, and a boss who doesn't give a crap about the people he's sworn to protect. This is not irony. This is just gah.
Ah yes, Reapers. The immortal race of sentient starships allegedly waiting in dark space. We have dismissed that claim.